I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. Today I wanted to talk about behavior change and the way it can scare some people, right? It is a scary thing, you know, to step outside your comfort zone, to push yourself into areas that you're not at all comfortable with, that are unknown to you, that are sort of, you know, this is all scary. We don't like to be to push our frontiers, basically. You know, we like to stay within the things that we know. So I want to give you just one tip that I learned from a guy called Eben Pagan, and he was saying that in order for us to grow, we have to evolve as people. We have to step outside our comfort zones. We have to embrace the fear, embrace the change, and move forward that way, right? But whenever you're doing something new, it's going to be scary. So one way of overcoming this is to have like a security blanket, a safe place, a safe haven where you can sort of come back to at the end of the day, right? It's a bit like the optimist or the extrovert and the introvert. I'm an introvert by nature, right? Most of the time. I don't think there's a one or the other. I think there's, you know, you're sort of you're prone to be one or the other, right? So I'm prone to be more introverted than I am extroverted. So what that means for me is that I burn energy very quickly when I'm with a lot of other people, right? When I'm with a lot of other noise and all that kind of stuff. And I gain my energy back by being on my own, right? So by getting into my own environment and doing my own things, right? That's how I gain the energy back. And an extrovert is the opposite, right? So they burn energy when they're on their own, and they gain their energy back when they're in the company of other people. So my place of security is my home, and specifically my office. I've got a dungeon. It's the basement of our house, and that's where I do all my work. I have a couch in there. I have all my books in there. I have everything that I need for recuperating, you know, for building up my energy levels again, you know. So what Pagan suggested, one of the things that Pagan suggested was taking the one place in your house where evolutionarily we are prone to make this the most safest place, right? And that's your bedroom, right? Your bed. So, you know, obviously when you go to sleep for whatever it is, 7-8 hours every night, you're unconscious, you need to be in a safe environment. So what he was basically saying was to make your bedroom as safe as you possibly can, and have your bedroom as this is the place where you go to recharge your batteries, right? To feel secure and feel safe. And if you can make this as safe as possible, you know, and take all the shit out of your bedroom, all the TVs, you know, your mobile phones, whatever it is that's going to take away from that sort of safety aspect. And, you know, even if it's only a mental safety aspect, then when you go into this part of your life and you recharge your batteries, you'll be a lot more capable of dealing with life, of dealing with the changes that are inevitable, that are going to be, that are a part of your new process, you know, of quitting drinking, right? So you arrive back in your bedroom instead of just crashing out as I normally used to do, you know, just get into my bed and go comatose, you know. My bed actually turned out, you know, to be a place of panic, you know, because when I got into my bed, it was all right, sort of going to sleep and falling asleep. But once 2 or 3 hours had passed by, I'd wake up again, you know, and you know, the consequences of my drinking would be starting to kick in. You know, the hangover would be there. I've talked about this before, how my heart would be pounding in my chest, and on several occasions I felt like that was it, this was the end. There was no more of this for me. So, you know, what should have been a safety zone for me was a pure, ended up being sort of a nightmare zone. I'd have to get up out of bed, and that was it. My night was finished, you know. I couldn't go to bed without having a drink, because I couldn't go to sleep, you know. So I'd be lying there, not thinking about, you know, just thinking about all the reasons why I couldn't sleep, and Jesus Christ, I need a drink, you know, and if I get a drink now, I'll be all right, I'll be able to go to sleep. You know, such bullshit. You know, this is supposed to be the place of serenity, of relaxation, of security. So once you stop drinking, you should have this place and build it up, you know, make it as comfortable as you possibly can. You know, get big, thick duvets in there, so you know, you make it as comfortable. You can snuggle in there, whatever it is that makes it easy for you, secure for you, you know. And don't worry about sleeping in the first few days. If you can't sleep, then you know, you just have to accept that. It's just part and parcel of the discomfort that you've got to go through. But you know, accept that, accept the discomfort, push through it. You know, if you're tired for a few days, then so what? You know, it's good for you. At the end of the day, you know, you might be walking through life like a zombie for a few days, but then, you know, as you gradually go through this, you'll find that the sleep will come. You know, you'll get proper sleep for once in your life. You know, I can't remember when I was getting good sleep before I stopped drinking. Never. You know, it was always this comatose sleep, and I always felt tired in the morning. Now I get great sleeps. You know, every morning I wake up and I you know, like I just want to get up, want to go. I remember the night before, and yeah, no problem sleeping now. You know, the only problem I have sleeping now is the older you get, the more you have to go to the toilet. But that's a pain in the arse. But you know, what can you do? This is part of life. Anyway, just a silly one for today. It was something that I heard Eben talking about, and thought it'd be a nice thing to talk about today. So that's it, really. Until next time, I'm Kevin O'Hara for Alcohol Mastery. Take care, onwards and upwards.